Last week on my live, I spoke about doing something new and different in order to feel energized and kind of get out of this feeling that so many of us have of just being stagnated and perhaps stuck. And so, for the first time in the UK, I did my first cold water wild swim. And since then, in the last 8 days now, I've done 4 swims. So, for somebody who's from South Africa, who likes to be warm, who has a story and a paradigm in her head about not wanting to be cold and wet, I'm really wanting to shift and change that story. In fact, as I grew up, my whole family, being French, they would call me frileuse. Frileuse means that you get cold quite easily, and I'd always have extra layers on compared to everybody else. And we don't have to hold on to old stories, right? But they take a clear mindset change and something else. That's what this video is about. I don't think I would have swum 4 times in the last 8 days without the community that I managed to find, that is this global, huge, loving, kind, supportive, inspiring community of cold water swimmers that post pictures of where they are, encouraging one another. And it reminds me how we transform most when we are supported, when we are witnessed, and when we're part of a community. So I started a community called the Wellbeing Clubhouse. And I guess through the winter seasons, didn't really invest a lot of energy into it. But every time I've swum in the past 8 days, I felt, you know what? I'm doing this because I'm supported by a community. So I want to be able to help others, help you change your stories around perhaps feeling uncertain about your well-being, confused about what to do around how to eat, frustrated around how to sleep, exhausted, and move to feeling more certain, more confident, more clear, more calm, definitely more energized. But very important, in a way that encourages ease and fun and simplicity, right, as we're going along with this direction. So another little community I'm part of, we decided today that on the 1st of May, we're going to start a 100-day challenge. So 100 days from the 1st of May takes us to the 9th of August, which is Women's Day in South Africa. So what about you? Are you keen to do a 100-day challenge? It doesn't mean you have to do something every day. I think my challenge or my commitment is going to be doing 3 swims a week. So there's 14 weeks in 100 days. Maybe, and there's about 3 months. So maybe it's something that you choose to do, I don't know, once a month, once a week, maybe once a day. The key is to keep it small. So in the small community, we were chatting about behavior change. And the way to make it stick is by keeping it easy and celebrating, feeling good when you do it. So, here's a picture of me after my first swim. And you can see from my big cheesy grin that I'm feeling great and celebrating that. So whatever challenge you decide to do, doing something new and different and novel, be it cold water, wild swimming, or maybe it's just having a glass of water with your morning coffee every day. You know what's best for you. But what can you bring in over the next 100 days and join us? And what I'll do is I'll give some thought to actually how we can sustain positive behavior. And you'll have an opportunity as well to join the Wellbeing Clubhouse Masterclass, which is in May, which is all about understanding that gap between hunger and eating. But that's a whole different conversation. Let me know if you're doing anything new and novel, if you're keen to maybe join us for a 100-day challenge, and let's collectively witness and help one another transform.